Hey guys, welcome back to CLOWNFISH TV. This is Neon. I'm here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And dearly beloved, we are gathered here today in remembrance of Tumblr. Maybe it's premature. Maybe it's just a little bit premature.
Well, when you're saying dearly beloved, we're gathered here today. I think of a wedding, not of a,
Tumblr
like, who
is...
you marrying? You know?
Oh God, Tumblr is on the rocks. Tumblr has actually been on the rocks for a while, but let me move this mic here.
Yeah.
Tumblr's been on the rocks for a while, but they had a big blow dealt to them this week because apparently Apple just figured out that there's a lot of not safe for work images on Tumblr. I don't know where Apple's been for the last freaking 12 years. But now they said that they pulled the app from the App Store because of child pornography issues.
Yeah, well.
But they didn't specify what those issues are.
Oh, I got some guesses.
Yeah, we've checked out Tumblr for years. Yes, I have some guesses, and it affects a lot of Tumblr artists, and maybe they'll have to go someplace else.
I just don't understand why they're on Tumblr anyway. Why don't you just take it to Patreon and get paid for your porn?
Get paid for porn. That should be Patreon's new. That needs to be their new.
Get paid for porn.
Their new motto. Patreon. Get paid for porn.
I mean, seriously, if you're gonna put it out there anyway, you might as well just take it to Patreon.
Yeah. So let's read this part of this article first from The Verge. Hey, everybody coming in. Tumblr was removed from Apple's App Store over child pornography issues. Blames an industry database that failed to filter prohibited content. Tumblr says that child porno was the reason for its app's sudden disappearance from the iOS App Store.
Go ahead.
The app has been missing from the store since November 16th, but until the reason for its absence was unclear until now. Initially, Tumblr simply said it was working to resolve the issue with the iOS app. However, after Download.com approached Tumblr with sources claiming that the reason was related to the discovery of kitty porn on the service, the Yahoo-owned social media network issued a new statement confirming the matter. In its updated statement, Tumblr said that while every image uploaded to the platform is scanned against an industry database of kitty porn, to filter out explicit images, a routine audit discovered the content was absent from the database.
What? You mean the hand-drawn kitty porn?
That's, yeah.
Oh wait, first of all, I want to say happy birthday.
Oh, happy birthday, Loco.
Yes, I'm better, thank you. I thought I was dying a couple days ago.
Yeah, happy birthday.
I'm definitely better. Well, I'm going to talk about, I want to talk about this in a minute. Go ahead and finish what you're going to read.
Okay, well, I just want to pop in here. So it was for sure, John Wallace says, I know the artist responsible. They draw a lot of pedophilia and disgusting images. So it was a drawing. It wasn't actual photographs. It was
I assumed a drawing. I assumed based on what they're saying that was art.
Okay.
My immediate thought was art.
Yeah, somebody said about new...
Well, I was going to talk about that, the She-Ra fan art. I'm going to change gears for a minute, because, that's me. I'm so... Okay. Oh, it just pisses me off so much. So, when they had they unveiled the She-Ra designs, and people were like, wow, that's not She-Ra. The immediate response from them was, oh, because she doesn't have boobs? Because she doesn't look like a stripper? Because we can't have characters look like that because then this is for middle-aged misogynist men to whack off to. And that's just wrong. She's problematic. We can't have that because, character She-Ra has gotten a huge redesign. Something a bit younger, less sexualized, and everything else. Okay. And then they're like, oh, it's not for you. It's for a younger audience. That's why she has no boobs, because she's younger. Okay, so we established she's younger. What, she's like 15 or 16?
She's underage for sure.
Where She-Ra, the original She-Ra, was an adult. So now we have an underage girl. So now, because it was bad that there was all bunch men who were looking at, risque versions of She-Ra, we've got a bunch of pedophilia She-Ras out there, which you're seeing all kinds of risque She-Ra. Now, most of them are just like...
These are the safe ones. These are safe ones on Tumblr.
Most of them aren't too terrible. But there is a bunch that I've seen that are either one character, both characters, in the state of half undress or less, and all over each other, and doing all kinds of inappropriate things, and stuff. But, that's okay. Yeah. That's fine.
So let me get this straight. So the biggest complaint from Tumblr was that grown men were sexually... She-Ra...
And she looked like a stripper.
In the original show was between 18 and 25 years old. It depends on who you ask. They were sexualizing She-Ra, but now that Tumblr has underage She-Ra, they're having a field day, and that's perfectly fine.
They're sexualizing this,
Okay.
but that's okay.
Okay.
Because they said so. But to me, that's worse because now it is pedophilia because they're underage.
Yeah, they're underage. Like, at least, original She-Ra, not that, I don't think most guys were, thinking of She-Ra in that way, but at least she was over 18.
Well, no, you had to tone her down and had to make her younger and take her boobs away so that men wouldn't be attracted to her, so that the people of Tumblr could be attracted to her.
Right.
It's
and
ridiculous.
She's underage.
Now,
I have seen these pictures. I'm not going to show these pictures on this broadcast, but we have seen these pictures, and yes, there's a lot of She-Ra, Catra porn floating around the internet. Artists are having a field
a lot of
day
it's on
with this
Tumblr, come
cartoon.
from Tumblr, and now it's all going to Twitter because everybody's going to go now is Twitter. But yeah, so I'm just like, are you kidding me? I mean, most of it, there's a lot of it that is just mostly just like tame stuff like that, it's no big deal.
Well, I think Tumblr probably purged all the not safe
Well, that's
for work.
true. I mean, I can't find a lot of them now because that's probably the case, but I've seen them and they are like a lot more risque and clothes are not, are lacking on some of them and things. But that's totally fine, guys. You can draw them like that now. That's okay. They're allowed to do that. But you misogynist pervert men out there who just want to whack off to the original She-Ra, how dare you? They're too busy, flicking the bean to this She-Ra. So
spicy
it's
little sketch I made of Catra and Scorpia sleeping on a table. That's a spicy little
now
sketch.
These people are underage, but because it's not for you, it's for kids. It's for kids. Okay, anyway,
I don't want to go too far down this rabbit hole.
It's for
God
kids.
knows what I'm gonna find. God knows what I'm
So
gonna
that's
find.
what makes me mad. I'm just mad because it's like you're flipping pissing all over everybody saying that it's because she's too sexualized. She's problematic because these perverted men are just mad because they can't get off on her now. No, because they don't need to because all of you people on Tumblr are instead.
Yeah,
but it's okay for that.
It's okay for them. That's called the double. That's called the double standard.
So just so you know, as long as you go on Tumblr, you can get off on whatever you want. But if you go anyplace else, you're not allowed to. Just making sure you understand this. So
currently, the Tumblr app has been removed. Tumblr has been noted for having a permissive attitude, toward not safe for work and adult-oriented content on the service, which has previously caused it to be briefly banned in Indonesia. However, kiddie porn is a completely different matter. Apple's iOS guidelines clearly state that all apps must have a content filter to screen out such material, and it seems Tumblr's existing system wasn't up to the standard.
I'll imagine that.
Yeah, although the company has said getting its app reinstated is its top priority, they will not give a time frame.
Let's be completely honest here. If they had to put a filter on it to filter out that content, a lot of Tumblr would get filtered out.
This is what I'm saying. Because of this, I think Tumblr, which is already not in the best of shape right now since the Yahoo acquisition. See, Clownfish TV. So this video showed up in my recommended just now, but when I scroll up to hit, I found I was unsubscribed.
I don't know. We've had people tell us.
Well, then subscribe. Please subscribe. Yeah, I don't know. We've had people getting like magically unsubscribed and they're not getting notifications. It's just YouTube being YouTube, I guess. Okay. So that is that. So because of this, Tumblr's gone on a bender, and now they're trying to purge all the not safe for work.
This person here says, I don't see the controversy. Porn and not safe for work art was supposed to be allowed on Tumblr, so why are they complaining for getting banned for doing something that was not allowed to be done on Tumblr?
It sounds to me like Tumblr was asleep at the wheel. Originally, now, a little bit of history before we go on to where Tumblr is now. Tumblr has... YouTube didn't tell me you were live again. That's weird. Tumblr has always...
We forgot to message him, too.
Yeah, we did.
Sorry.
Tumblr has always had a history with artists, with cartoonists. Tumblr was actually founded by David Karp, who worked for Frederator. Okay, he was an intern at Frederator, and actually Frederator, Fred Siebert, was actually his first backer, I think. And originally what the blog started out as was a place for cartoonists and artists to share stuff and writers, and it really took off, especially with cartoonists. But then as the years ticked on...
Imagine that cartoonists use it for something bad. I never would have, like Patreon. Imagine it would become a porn hub. Who'd have thunk it?
Yeah, so
I'm just sorry.
eventually...
For disaster.
Oh, thank you, Mellow E. Hi to you too. Didn't have to do that. No, but eventually what happened was, it just became a free-for-all. It became a place where people started, the fan art got looter and looter. And, it became lucrative. People started selling commissions, selling fan art, and eventually that sort of pushed over to Patreon, I think, because
I think that's it. I mean, if you're going to make this stuff, just go to
make
Patreon.
It, charge for it, right?
And then I think Instagram now is pretty much what Tumblr was supposed to be. I really think Instagram is more what it was meant, what they were meaning to be with Tumblr.
Yeah, I think Instagram is, Instagram though, they've kind of got the shares. I think Tumblr just became a free-for-all. I mean, there's some weird shit on Tumblr. And I don't think that's what it was intended to be. It was never intended to be. I don't go over there
because every time I did, I was like, whoa,
it's weird. I mean, literally anything. You can find literally not safe for work images of like freaking anything.
Anything. I know.
American pickers, for God's sake. You can find some weird, like, don't
really?
even. No, I don't know. I'm just guessing. But you know what? If you look,
I was gonna say,
if you look hard enough, hard enough.
I was worried for a moment. I was like, wait a minute. What were you looking up and why?
And then, it became its own. It kind of became its own thing. It started, its own culture. You started getting a lot of these people together, and they started communicating, and it attracted a certain kind of people. A certain kind of people were attracted to Tumblr.
Yeah, imagine that.
And, it wasn't, in the beginning, it wasn't that bad. I would say from like 2009-ish to like 2012, it was, I mean, there's always been that kind of work on Tumblr, but it just seems like it's gotten.
I'm laughing at making fun of you, American Pickers. I'm sitting here like, wait, you were looking up what?
Ian's a liar.
But then he looked up Christian porn before, as you know from other previous episodes. So who knows with him? It's totally possible.
Oh my god!
But I'm just saying, if you're gonna make the stuff on Tumblr, I mean, I think you're just put it on Patreon and get paid for it at least. For now, because they've been talking there, they might start putting more in place on block and that kind of stuff there too. But I guess currency is up votes apparently. For me, currency's currency.
It is, but I mean, this is always
money.
This has always been, and this is a part of, I mean, not safe for work images. That's always been a part of kind of the animation industry. Like the seedier side, like even Rebecca Sugar of Steven Universe. Now I've seen her.
Me some.
I'd never heard of it before. Somebody mentioned, I think in our last live stream, that her not safe for work images of Ed and Eddie, underage children.
I was like, what?
So, my God, I went out to Google it. And I found it. I'm like, what?
We're not showing it.
I'm not showing it on here, but I'm like, oh my God.
It exists.
Oh my God. So yeah, Rebecca Sugar, years before she was doing Steven Universe, was doing dirty pictures of Ed and Eddie on LiveJournal, which LiveJournal was kind of the precursor, I think, to Tumblr. Before Tumblr became a thing with artists, everybody was on LiveJournal, and she posted these images on LiveJournal, and she had lots of cartoons of cartoon characters doing dirty stuff to each other. It was
somebody says not safe at work can make you serious cash. Yes, that's what the joke is. Everybody goes to Patreon. They start out wanting to get money for their show, or whatever, and they all switch to drawing porn because that's what gets them money. We always look when someone gets a lot of money on Patreon. The first thing we check is, are they making porn? Because it's
it usually is. It usually is. Those images are out there. I'm not gonna put them in. I'm not gonna put them in this live stream, but they are. I found them. It's freaking weird. I don't know why anybody would think to.
I don't want to ever see that
Ed and Eddie are like 12 years old. I'm like, oh my God.
I couldn't stand it, Ed and Eddie anyway. So I don't want to see that.
Oh my God, why are you doing this? And she actually got a shout out for it. She got a shout out for it on Cartoon Brew, which actually is a reputable.
Wait, she did Ratatouille things too? Do I want to know? Do I want to know?
I saw Ratatouille. Oh my God.
Wait, I don't want to know what she did to Ratatouille.
I don't even want to know.
I don't even want to know. Don't tell me.
Oh so what did he pull? Did he pull his hair and his hands went where exactly?
Oh my God, that's probably what happened.
Oh my God, I don't
want to know. I don't want to know, but that's actually a pretty good setup. I have to give him credit for that. Oh my God. Anyway.
Yeah, but there is. So I'm just saying, like, this is not new for cartoonists and animators, especially in the animation industry. Like, there is so much like lewd work floating around out there. Now she tried to get rid of it. But the internet never forgets.
No.
There are places out there where they have it archived. And yeah, she got shout out. Like, what really surprised me, it wasn't that she did it. It was that she did the work, and Cartoon Brew gave her a pat in the back for it. They
okay.
Yeah, they did. Cartoon Brew actually, and the article's still out there. where they talk about all of her fantastic lewd drawings, but the links are down because obviously she gets to show at Cartoon Network. She's got to pull that shit down.
Sorry, someone said Ed Netty's hilarious, but I have bad taste. Hey, you know what though? To be fair, I was a lot older then, so I wasn't really watching it. And with the time when I saw of it, I was like, eh. It wasn't me. I mean, if I watch it now, I might like it better. Back then, I just didn't like it.
It was that era of Cartoon Network. I mean,
I just didn't like that era of Cartoon Network. I'm sorry.
Really? I loved it. I loved Johnny Bravo.
Okay, I did like Johnny Bravo.
Johnny Bravo was
fun. I did like Johnny Bravo, and I used to watch the Brack. I love you, baby.
Oh God, yeah, Brack was good. Well, Cartoon Network, Cartoon Network's really. I mean, there's so
that.
many videos on the
I started watching like
Network.
anime and stuff then, and I wasn't really watching the other stuff. I was just watching more like Sailor Moon. I mean, Sailor Moon had me. I'm sorry.
Oh, Toonami. That was like the golden age of Toonami, too.
I was taken with the sparkle of Sailor Moon that everybody's now imitating for their shows.
Yeah.
And that just distracted me from all that. Sorry, guys.
Rebecca Sugar, like I said, this is not new. Cartoonists do not safe for work stuff all the time.
Except for you don't do that.
I don't, actually. I don't think I've never done anything.
We used to joke we were going to do, because we do our comic Shadowbinders, and our character's Crimson Wren, and we joked we were going to do 50 Shades of Crimson, but we never did it. My mother would see it. She listens to this sometimes, and I get yelled at for swearing. So,
well, I mean, there's a lot of money in it. There's a lot of money there. I got commission requests, doing the Disney stuff, which is why I don't do that kind of work, because I don't need to be working, doing stuff for Disney and then have them come back and be like, oh, hey, why are you drawing this stuff?
Well, when I worked with kids, it would look really bad at the school. It said, hey, why found kid porn on your, you were your husband drew on,
right?
So we don't draw that or anything. Actually, it's funny, unrelated to this. It has nothing to do with, but maybe
this has nothing to do with that, but basically this is...
No, I was going to say something else.
Okay.
Shush now.
Okay, well, I'm going to go this while you
Hold on.
Okay, go on.
It's unrelated to this. We're talking about now, but it is related. So I was joking because I was watching this movie a couple days ago. Actually, when I was really sick and I couldn't come on to talk because I was so sick. And there was one guy, at all these movies all the time, there's this artist. And the artist is always so infatuated with the girl, he draws her all the time. And he's constantly drawing her. And I'm like, that's not reality because you never draw me.
I have drawn you a total of like 3 times.
You drew me for an avatar.
I did draw you for an avatar, yes.
That's it.
And I drew your caricature once, and I drew you as a Jedi.
You drew me as a Jedi once. You didn't. That's it. But my point was,
I drew you like my French girls.
You better not have.
No, I haven't.
It would be my French girls, not yours. Anyway, I just thought that was funny, and it's this little sidetrack that I'm taking you on because I'm me. Anyway, go back to the point, which is Tumblr.
Well, no, the point was this is not new for cartoonists and animators to do this kind of work. This is not a new thing. However, more people gather on Tumblr to do this kind of work, I think, than anywhere else, just because it attracted so many artists because of its connection, I believe, to Frederator, and that's how this whole thing got. That was my point. Thank you. Goosium, the creator of Superman, drew bondage porn. Yeah, I can believe that. Actually, a lot of Disney animators, the early Disney animators, drew lots of nudies because they had
that paid money.
Their thought process behind it was they had to know how the body worked to draw, or at least that's what they told Walt. Let's take these art classes.
It makes sense. I mean, and Wonder Woman. I heard about the Wonder Woman stuff, but yeah. So anyway,
okay. So anyway, the poop, the shit tumbles downhill, and because Tumblr's on a tear now, trying to get rid of not safe for work art now. Not safe for work artists are being affected, including this person here. I want to see those Disney nudes. No,
I wasn't showing you. I was showing you this, but you had to click on something. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, you showed me this girl. I don't know who she is.
No, I don't know. No, never mind.
Okay. This is coming from the Daily Dot. I normally don't quote the Daily Dot unless I'm laughing at it, but the Daily Dot does have a lot of tweets from a lot of artists who are suddenly found their accounts just gone. Because Tumblr is freaking out. We'll talk about these tweets, and then we'll talk about why Tumblr is freaking out, because I think this could be the death knell for Tumblr as a platform. Because Yahoo, frankly, kills everything it touches. Yahoo's terrible. They kill everything they touch. Cartoon. Yeah, Fritz the Cats. Okay. So let's go through this. Tumblr is one of the world's most popular blogging platforms. Not so much anymore. With over 23 million app users in the US alone, according to Statista. But after the iOS App Store delisted its mobile app this month, Tumblr seems to be facing a slew of problems. Tumblr revealed on November 16th that the site was working to resolve an issue with the iOS app, not being specific, as users noticed it was no longer in the iOS App Store. Then on Monday night, Tumblr gave another update noting that child sexual abuse material was posted on the site, that Tumblr immediately removed the content after it was found in a routine audit. The illegal content seemingly made its way onto the platform because it was not a part of an industry database that detects and removes kitty diddlin before it reaches the site. I don't want to say it too much because I'm afraid YouTube's going to come through and demonetize. Like, are you guys doing something wrong? Here come the bots.
That's actually funny because I didn't think about why you're doing it, but I just love your.
I love
your choice of words better. It's more fun. Okay, go ahead.
Content safeguards are a challenging aspect of operating scaled platforms, Tumblr wrote in its explanation post. We're continuously assessing further steps we can take to improve, and there is no higher priority for our team. Basically, we don't have enough people to watch every damn post.
I mean, honestly, stuff's gonna get through sometimes. That happens everywhere. Right. But that site is it's more likely to happen on because there's a lot more of it. Let's put it that way.
Right. The content's removal appears connected to a post made by Twitter user Arcturus 33, who wrote an open letter claiming numerous Tumblr pages with kitty diddlin continue to plague the site, posting illegal videos with notes, reblogs, comments underneath them. Tumblr has since confirmed with this person that the offending blog has been removed. However, even after the content report removal, Tumblr's iOS app remains absent from the App Store. So Tumblr is now part of Oath, which is Yahoo. Yahoo rebranded Yahoo and AOL, or Yahoo and God, I can't keep track there. It's a multi-headed. So it's Yahoo, AOL, and Verizon, I think, are Oath now. So now they're like, oh crap. I think they just realized. I think Verizon just realized what kind of shit is on Tumblr. Like, I don't think they were.
How they not know? I don't know.
Aware. I don't think they were aware. This is YouTube police open up. Oh God. So anyway, they're freaking out now because this is going to come back on Verizon. It's going to come back on Yahoo. And I mean, this is like everybody knows what's on Tumblr. I mean, this is anybody who's been on the internet for any length of time knows what's on Tumblr, about Tumblr culture and all of that. And it's a mess.
That's a shadow place I don't go.
Yeah, but apparently they just didn't. Yeah, it's a dark place. And it may go dark.
I
think it's gonna. Yeah. So technically, Tumblr.com abuse, harm to minors. I mean, a lot of the not safe for work images on there probably fell within that. Just nobody really enforced it. I'm guessing.
I mean, now it might go the other way where things that aren't really that bad are all going to get taken down as a, extra safety precaution, and some things that shouldn't be removed probably be removed.
Yeah.
But, that's how they always go.
Yeah, well, I think they're probably enforcing it now because of the corporate ownership. I think when Tumblr was still its own thing, it wasn't that big of a deal, but now it comes,
well, now it affects,
blows back on Verizon.
On Verizon, then, so...
Meanwhile, another perhaps related problem affecting its user base, Tumblr users with both not safe for work and safe for work accounts are reportedly having their accounts purged from the site.
That's what I'm saying. People that probably didn't do anything are probably going to get purged too, and some they're going to get caught up in it, and that's exactly what you just read. Yeah. I figured that was going to happen.
Erotic artist Jasper Locke, or Jazz, claims her Tumblr blogs were removed from the site after her account of 5 years was terminated. So they didn't even give a warning. They just pulled the account down. Jazz later posted a response from the Tumblr Trust and Safety team claiming the blog features inappropriate content involving or depicting minors, leading to a final termination banning her from the site.
Does she ever fan art?
I don't know.
Just saying.
I don't know.
I don't think she did that. I'm saying
Lolly
some of these things we're seeing. Go ahead.
Tumblr's assessment isn't entirely accurate. In an interview with the Daily Dot, Jazz explained that her adult content features aged up characters from Voltron, Legendary Defender, and My Hero Academia, meaning all of her erotic artwork stars characters that are purposefully depicted as over 18.
And not characters she owns. Just saying.
Even if they are teenagers in the shows, none of her artwork depicts characters under 18 having sex, yet her blogs were still impacted by the Purge, probably because somebody complained. 80s, totally awesome. Thank you. Didn't have to do that. Hey, Sparkles. 80s better than modern any
Yeah,
day. Yeah, we have to
anymore.
worry about this. We have to worry about
Yeah,
this.
I know.
I mean, the only time anything like there's anything close to this was like the back room at Blockbuster, which sometimes had like
oh my God,
like
you
naughty
tried to sneak
movies.
in?
I did try to sneak
Or
in.
like what was the Spencer's Gifts?
Spencer Gifts in the back. Yeah.
You try to sneak back there.
Tumblr's of Spencer's Gifts of the internet.
Or if one of the kids in your class decided to sneak out their dad's Playboy magazine or something, that was as risky as it got, you know.
But there was never a warning. So in this case, I'm like there should have at least been a warning. There should have at least been a warning.
But then again, none of my characters are under. Okay, but the thing is, they're characters in the show that are under 18. So I aged them up. Well, you don't, I mean, in her opinion.
So if you do like dirty pictures of Wreck-It Ralph and Vanellope, because I'm sure somebody has. I'm just throwing it out there. You can
think it. They've done it.
Does she have to be, as she's, with Ralph, does she have to have her driver's license out? Clearly visible that shows that she's over 18? Because most people are just going to assume you've got a little girl and a grown man and weirdness ensues.
See, they got a good suggestion for you. Just change the sex word to dibble.
To dibble. Yeah, so there's a lot of dibbling going on Tumblr. I'm sure there are dirty pictures of dibble.
Apparently animation industry in general has a lot of dibbling. So
because dibble is basically a testicle with man bun.
But it's a girl.
Yes, but dibble is a testicle with a man bun, even though dibble's a girl. Okay, so Tumblr will probably be gone before the Care Bears show comes out.
By the time the Care Bears show comes out, no one's going to actually take dibble seriously, and they're going to blame you. Go ahead.
Yeah, so many people felt comfortable on Tumblr. Yeah, I think it was just a case of nobody was paying attention. Instead, Jazz believes iOS App Store's decision to remove the app led to a chain of events that concluded in her account's removal. Yes, it's called the Massive Purge. So we're probably talking like a third of the Tumblr accounts probably gone now. All of her blogs were taken down. The termination, including a safe for work blog with 24,000 followers and a not safe for work blog with 50,000.
Yeah, but if she had one that was safe for work and didn't have that content on it, they shouldn't have taken that.
They might have just said, looked at her as a user and was just like,
right.
And
I just said that's what was going to, I expected that to happen, honestly, but it was like, they didn't even check into it. They said it might impact her ability to earn patrons and commissions too. Well, patrons and commissions, go to Patreon. You get paid to do it there.
Yeah, Jazz suspects losing her blogs will impact her ability to earn patrons.
I just said that.
Yes, I'm sorry. I just read that. Sorry. 80s, I was blinded by the blue. 80s, totally awesome. $2. Thank you. Did not have to do that. PC art is not art. Too perfect. Copper age forever. So, is it too perfect? Yeah, I think with all the tablets and everything, it's probably there goes the truck. It's probably very perfect compared to the old school messy stuff. Tumblr provided that base for me to always be able to offer commissions. Losing that many followers, which I accumulated across 4 to 5 years on my Safe for Work blog and 2 years on my Not Safe for Work blog, and hundreds of drawings, I can't bear thinking about how much work it'll take again. Even when she reached out to Tumblr, support told her if she created new accounts, they would also be terminated. So basically, she's permabanned, forever.
It sounds to me like one of the things she did, they considered a violation of terms of service, which is why they're blocking both of her accounts. Because otherwise, they would just take the one away that they thought was a problem. But since they told her not to make any more, they're going to delete them. That sounds like they thought she'd violated some kind of terms of service.
Bayona Rad says, did you remember when the new Shira was announced? They said Shira is... Yeah, we actually went back earlier in the stream. We went to an article that basically talked about how, oh gosh, all those dirty men are thinking lewd thoughts about 18 plus classic Shira. And now you go out to Tumblr or Twitter and you're going to find all kinds of slash with underage
Adora and Catra.
Mostly Adora and Catra.
I've seen other ones too, but mostly Adora and Catra.
Yeah, and it's like, come on, guys.
Catra's in her underpants. Here's a picture of Catra with her shirt open. I mean, and it's
more dirty new Shira art than there ever was of classic Shira.
No, there's no. I'm sure there's more classic Shira dirty art out there. To be fair, I'm just going to be fair here. Okay. I'm sure because it's had how many years on this, but I just think it's hilarious that it's so problematic that we have to skew her younger and take away her boobs because apparently all grown men can't control themselves around breasts. But then apparently a lot of people, Tumblr artists, can't control themselves around underage Adora and Catra either. So,
I don't know.
There's a difference because now they're underage, so now it's worse. But you can't have the moral high ground now. Sorry.
So there are people out here. Let's see, another Tumblr artist, Gurf. I'm not familiar with a lot of these people. Initially lost 2 blogs and a combined total of over 100,000 followers. Gurf's account later reemerged. later reemerged. An additional post circulating around Tumblr depicts the Tumblr Trust and Safety team claiming a blog was deleted due to a glitch in our system. I think if you can prove that you're not, it's like YouTube. I think you're basically, same with YouTube, you're basically guilty until proven innocent.
Right.
And I think they probably just purged a whole bunch. They probably have some algorithm set up, and they probably just purged a whole bunch of accounts.
Panicked right away. We had to get it turned back on. So they just went and did it all and figured we'll sort it out later. Better to ask forgiveness and permission kind of thing. And then we'll sort it out later. And unfortunately, people who didn't do anything to get caught up into it. And I think that,
I think I like this guy, though, just to cover the bases, right? They canceled all my blogs, including GERF 18 up, just to make sure they knew they were 18 up. The drawings were 18 up.
Well, at least he clarified.
So
that.
he got
she. Could be a she. It looks like a she. I don't know.
GERF,
I'm not gonna assume. GERF clarified it. So
GERF got their Tumblr back.
Yeah. See. Michael Maloney, much more classic. Yes, I am sure there's more classic She-Ra. No, just because how many years it's been out in comparison to the new show. There's going to be way more classic World 31st She-Ra.
Well, we don't need to see that. I can't show that.
I'm not showing either.
We'll get pulled
but
down.
The point is, I'm just like, that was your reasoning and that was your defense and that was your these misogynist men are just anytime anybody made any kind of remark, even with a valid criticism, it was met with, well, you're just mad because you're a misogynist and you can't, whack off to She-Ra. And then they turn around and do actually worse because they're underage now.
Can you say whack off, or do we have to say dibble?
Dibble. You can't
self-dibbling.
dibble. You can't self-dibble.
You can't self-dibble.
Self-dibble.
Self-dibble is still dibbling. It's okay. Some people can only self-dibble, but that's okay. McKinney90, thank you. Didn't have to do that. Neon and Geeky, where else will we find the next great Steven Universe She-Ra or High Guardian Spice?
Twitter, because I'm sure they're going to take over Twitter.
They're all going to Twitter. Have you seen the influx of art on Twitter? Wow. There's a group of artists drawing bleepity bleep to bleep. I know some of them because they drew my piece. Oh, okay.
Yeah, well, that's just it. The thing is, you cannot be telling other people they can't do something and then turn around and do it yourself. It's just that's called hypocrisy. That's a big word. Look it up.
Hypocrisy. So George Rohack, who let's see, I know him. He works for.
I know him.
He was in charge of Homestuck. He actually was the manager for Homestuck for years.
I know the name. That's probably why.
And he worked for Oni Press. And let me think. I'm going through my mental Rolodex here. I've talked to him a couple of times. And he runs Bread Pig. I think he runs Bread Pig now, which is like a crowdfunding thing.
Is it? Is that who runs it?
Yeah,
I know the name.
So he I don't know what he's doing these days, but I know he was in charge of the Homestuck stuff for a while. So he's basically like putting out the warning, hey, art folks, looks like Tumblr is purging blogs that may or may not be not safe for work, or had tagged things such as, seen a few posts from artists about their work blogs getting deleted. Might want to do a recent backup.
Well, that's smart, though.
And then he gives a link to it. So
yeah, that's a smart thing to do.
That.
I mean, I'm just going to stop right here for any kind of, whether you're doing a comic that's safe for work or whatever, always back up. Because you never know when something's going to happen and you're going to lose everything. And for some people, that they only have it in one place, which is not smart. And if it does go down, you're totally dibbled.
They are, yeah, it's not a good situation. Well, actually, the thing with Tumblr anyway is you can't depend on any platform, even YouTube. I mean, I think YouTube has a better chance of being around longer than Tumblr. Tumblr's had problems for years, but, any platform you don't own and you don't have control over the servers, I mean, you could at any point in time.
Right, whether you're on Webtoons or one of these other places. Right. Hold on, wait, where I saw it right here.
Sparkles, do you like Ghost Adventures and are you feeling better?
Ghost Adventures, you mean like
the show,
the TV show, the live action one, or is there the well, Ghost Stories is the one I'm thinking of, but the live action one, I've watched it before. I do feel better. I was still feeling kind of blah yesterday, but today I'm much better.
Okay, we've got Amiga Arts. They're already attacking Twitter users who dare to alter the designs of new She-Ra characters.
Oh my god,
yeah,
really?
I know.
They dared to alter the old designs. How dare they?
My IPs are PG-13 and not lewd. I left Tumblr when I saw them drawing dibbles.
Yeah, well, I don't blame you. I totally
don't
don't blame you.
Yeah. So that's it. We're going to use Dibble for all the stuff we can't say on Twitter because we don't want the bots to come in and shut the live stream down, thinking that we're, promoting this work. We're just talking about what happened.
I might start.
If you're listening, YouTube, we're just talking about what happened. Yeah, we're not promoting this work.
So I want to know, which is worse, Tumblr Cats or Hera? I think Tumblr Cats is worse. I have to say.
Yeah. I mean, She-Ra, if it had been called something else, if it had been a completely new show, I probably would have given it a pass. You know,
I wouldn't have liked it. But
no, it would have been my thing, but I would have been like, oh, okay, it's his own thing, so whatever.
I honestly think more people were mad about She-Ra because of the way they behaved leading up to it than the actual show. But the show I didn't like either. But I'm saying, I think that the way they put people off leading up to it was more damaging than anything else.
It was they dibbled themselves with their marketing. Okay, so always use separate account for each blog. Clear your blog out every few months. Quick, hide the dibbles. Hide the dibbling. They're reactivating people who are contacting support. That also means they have to deal with Tumblr's horrible support system. Yeah, Tumblr's coasting on fumes these days. So now everybody's going to Twitter.
Tumblr. Surprise.
Here we go. And we've noticed this because there has been an influx, as mentioned multiple times in this chat. There has been an influx of Tumblr artists onto Twitter.
It's been, lately I've been
in
seeing
the
a
last
lot more
few
stuff.
weeks, especially.
I did notice that, but I didn't know what was going on with Tumblr, but this makes sense now.
Some Tumblr users have since turned to Twitter as they await a response from Tumblr's support center. Meanwhile, others are tweeting their fears from their Tumblr Purge hashtag. Just a head up that Tumblr is deleting adult and not safe for work blogs left and right. Please follow creators you enjoy from Tumblr on their other platforms before it's too late. How easily Tumblr is deleting a culture of sex-positive content.
Is that what they're calling it? Sex-positive, okay.
Dibble-positive content.
Oh, I'm sorry. What's the same word?
And all it's taken is a single click. This has been coming, and this can happen with any... And after we go through this, I'm going to show Tumblr has been hurting for years. Tumblr, there is going to come a day where Yahoo is just going to push the button and delete the whole damn thing.
The one comment the person made before about everybody felt safe there, I think is what it became like, I feel safe here, so I feel like I can let my freak flag fly on everything.
Yeah.
And even when I shouldn't. And that's coming back to bite you in the butt.
Yeah.
And if you want to do that kind of stuff, you can. As long as it's not doing illegal, just do it on your own site, and then you can avoid a lot of this crap.
Well, even that, you have to watch. Like, if you're a self-hosted site, your host is going to have rules, too. And if you're posting stuff you shouldn't be posting on there, they might even come to you and say, hey, we got to take it down.
Service.
Yeah, we got to take it down. We've had images before. We were doing a pop culture blog where we had leaked Star Wars images and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And Mattel, was it Mattel or Lego? Lego came to us before and said we had to pull them down. And they didn't even go to us. They went to our host.
Yeah.
And I was like, why are you doing that? That's pretty extreme. There's a contact email, but they just play that card right out of
we've gotten that before a couple times.
So they're pulling this down. This shouldn't surprise anyone. Why is this surprising people that the day's going to come? I mean, the writing's been on the wall for Tumblr for years that the platform's going to die. It's going to die soon, I think. I just wanted to let everyone know that as of today, my Tumblr account has been terminated. I can't think of anything I've done that would violate their terms of service, so I'm hoping that I just mistakenly got caught up in a mass ban.
Which is going to happen.
I think it was mass ban. They might have actually linked, like, well, you reblogged so-and-so's art, and we pulled them down, so we're going to pull you down, too.
When you have things that are all connected like that with threads, it's really easy to get yourself caught up in that, even if you really didn't do anything, which my immediate thought was a bunch of people who did nothing were get taken down also. Go ahead. You can read.
Nightwish fan, 1991, $5. Thank you. Did not have to do that, but we do appreciate it. Next question. Which site did they flee to? Well, they're going to Twitter.
Twitter they are for sure.
Twitter has had an influx. I mean, there's so many random people. Like, we posted our videos for months, and we never really had any feedback. And just in the last couple of weeks, we've had all these nut jobs come out on Twitter.
Yeah, I want to talk about that for a minute. So the last She-Ra video we did, the one where we said, hey guys, we're kind of tired of this, we're kind of out. You think they'd be like, yay, they're not going to talk about it anymore, that's what we wanted. No, they chose that video to start jumping and jumping and jumping up and down and commenting and screaming. So my takeaway is, they want more. They want more. And you know what? I'm going to be so obliged, and I'm just going to give them exactly what they want. So watch for those videos, because they'll be coming.
Yeah, we are going to go after She-Ra again because of, well,
we weren't going to, but they want it so bad, clearly.
We had a comment today on YouTube, and if you go out to the Clownfish, Real Clownfish TV on Twitter, I did post it. We had one that I felt crossed the line. They attacked our daughter. our 11-year-old, just because she did not like new She-Ra. She has always loved the Filmation show. She watched
tried it. She
tried it. She went back to watching the old show. And
we don't include her in what we say or anything on here. So
no, she's not on this channel.
She doesn't listen to these videos.
She's not on this channel. So they called our daughter Fem Spawn, and that we're horrible people.
Oh yes, that we're racist and all,
we're racist
and homophobic.
And
you know, my son will be happy to know that because his best friend it would fit in the camp of LGBTQ.
Yeah.
And runs the club at school that deals with, you know, the same issues. That's his best friend. But, you know, we're just, you know, against everybody. So apparently if you don't like this new She-Ra, that automatically makes you all these things that you're not just because you don't like it. Because, you know, clearly if you don't like the show, you're obviously, you know, a racist, misogynist, homophobic, transphobic, whatever person because you don't like She-Ra.
Yeah, so I mean,
Logic.
this person had been on the blog. Like, I don't care. You can hurl insults at me all day long. I don't really give a shit. But you go after my kids, yeah, we're gonna have a problem. We're gonna have a problem.
Oh yeah. Problem. Oh, you think you yeah.
Yeah, you go after Geeky's kids. Like, you know what, Mama Bear, you don't stand between a bear and her cub. I'm just putting that out there. So, you're duly warned. Anyway, let's go back to this shit show. So my blog was deleted without warning, and honestly, I don't actually care about my main one. Was the forced schoolwork, and I'm so angry. What the F?
That's horrible.
Yeah, but it could have been that they just banned the account too, because YouTube will do that. If YouTube decides that you've violated their terms of service, they'll just, if you've got like 3 channels, they'll just pull them all
We
out.
had that happen before too, and it turned out because we were switching to they were moving content from our one place we were with to another place. They temporarily duplicate content, and they hurried up and shut it down for duplicate content. Now we did get it straightened out, but it took several days to do so, and it was because they thought it was someone was copying us when that wasn't what happened. They just automatically shut it down.
Yeah, yeah, and I reached out to YouTube. And that was early on because we basically separated the gaming content from another channel, and they're like, "You're stealing your own stuff," and that's what we got flagged for, was basically stealing our own videos.
Yeah, I know.
I didn't know you could do that. That was a couple of years ago. I had no idea you could do that.
Someone said about they're eating their own. They're always eating their own. Here's the thing. I saw somebody else mentioned earlier about the different fandoms. They don't get part of the fandoms because they turn on each other. Do you remember? You know, back not that long ago, actually. Let's turn back the time machine. We don't have to go very far back. When people could actually like things or not like things, and it was completely okay. Like, you could like a show and say, "Oh, I don't like this character in the show." It was all right. I could say to you, Neon, "Hey, I like Star Wars," and you say you like Star Trek, and we can still get along. Or, you know, "Oh, okay, we both don't like this show, but what's another one we actually like? Oh, look, we have common ground. Isn't it amazing?" You can't do that anymore.
But it's like Clerks.
Insane.
They just sat around and bitched about Star Wars, but, you know, they were still friends. Unknown Character 14, thank you. Didn't have to do that. Don't fuel the fire. They only want attention. Yeah, normally I don't call individual trolls out.
Have you met me?
But I'm like, well, we have a couple. We have, if it was egregious, but yeah, in this case, I was like, you just attacked my daughter.
That's okay. We just blocked him.
Yeah, he's toast.
We don't mess
or
with that.
Or she, we don't want to assume.
We don't mess with that. We just I meant like, you know, them. You know, but we just we're just gonna, it gets blocked. If you're gonna go there, you get blocked automatically.
Yeah, pretty much. I don't even know. I think they made the word up. Oh, Thundercats 2011.
Yeah,
I've only seen like one episode. I need to watch it.
I heard it was so good. I haven't got to see that one either, and I really want to.
Yeah.
And also, if you want to see something else good, go watch the He-Man 2002 He-Man.
Oh my God, I love 2002 He-Man.
It's on Amazon. You can buy it. It's not much, like $28.
What I'm gonna do now, actually, someone, and I'm sorry I forget who it was, tweeted at me a day that the DC Comics Masters of the Universe graphic novels are on sale this week on Comixology. They're normally like, I think they're like $14 and they're like $4.99, but it has a really good reboot of She-Ra. Now, I actually had never read the comics. It came out in like 2013. Because at that point I wasn't reading a lot of like superhero stuff, so I didn't realize, hey, DC has a He-Man comic, you know. But it's supposed to be really, really good, and it's a much darker,
just so you know,
more
go
serious.
Check that out.
They're on sale this week on
Comixology. Go ahead.
John Wallace, thank you. Didn't have to do that. You guys rock, and I love you. Keep doing what you're doing, and stay away from Tumblr. Nothing but dibble and dibble-aced on Tumblr.
I don't go there. It's a scary place to me.
Dibblinist place.
It scares me so.
The Millennial Monopoly video was funny. I thought it was funny too.
A lot of people have been commenting on that throughout this, and they're saying that they're millennials and they weren't offended, and they're surprised by how people were offended about it.
I'm surprised by the people. So we did the video, and so many people thought that we're younger than we actually are.
Yeah, we're not millennials.
We're not millennials. Well, I think we're zennials.
We're not generation. We're not X either.
We're not technically Gen X. We're not millennials. We're in the Zennial, the MTV, Oregon Trail generation, I guess. I'm not going to give you our exact ages, but we're old enough to be your parents, probably.
I'm not that old. I'm sorry.
Well, it depends on how old these people are.
Yeah. I mean, come on, you're making me cry.
Nicholas Horton, thank you. 2002 He-Man was, 2 thumbs up, especially Snake Man. Yeah, such missed opportunity. They could have finished that series and we could have got a proper She-Ra. But no, we had people on the millennial video like, oh, this is so stupid. There's a millennial guy complaining about millennial monopoly, which makes fun of millennials. I'm like, dude, if I sound that young.
We weren't making fun of it. We just thought it was funny. Well, I think it's making fun of a specific type. If you and I'm sure you all know who that type is, and it was making fun of a specific type. Go ahead.
Yeah, Michael Maloney, thank you. Didn't have to do that. It all ends up on Rule 34 side.
Yeah,
probably.
Yeah, definitely. But go ahead.
Well, no, then we had somebody else in the other video, She-Ra videos, like, you 20-somethings complaining about a kid's cartoon. I'm like,
I was like, God bless you.
Oh my God bless you. You have no idea. We have been around.
But I always do get mistaken for younger than I am, but, not by my voice.
Yeah.
I always sound like I feel like I sound like a chipmunk on acid.
A chipmunk on acid?
That's what I think.
Have you seen a chipmunk on acid? When have you seen this? And why the hell did you take video?
I feel like I sound like a chipmunk on acid with a lisp. And that's why I'm like, oh, your voice is cute. And I'm like, really? I think I sound like a chipmunk.
You're my chipmunk. You're a chipette. 80's totally awesome. 80, that's millennial. Actually, they have a subset from like the mid 70s to the early 80s. They considered zennials, which are like a hybrid of, it's a whole, they just make shit up.
I don't know, they just make this crap up.
They make shit up. They basically said that there's a difference between Gen X and these zennials and millennials. That's what they said. They said basically if you grew up watching MTV and you remember a time before computers, but barely, that you're in this other
I don't know.
Group.
It's all crap, but it's what it is.
Spaz Kid with the eggplant. I followed a bunch of art study and anatomy accounts on there. All of them nuked. Tumblr's a joke. So apparently they're just... I like this. All porn is bad. Love Tumblr. Dibble those artists. 2, Tumblr. Me hiding from Tumblr.
That's kind of funny.
This is us hiding from Tumblr too. This is what Tumblr looks like.
I wave it. I stand up and go, woo! I don't hide.
Oh, thank you, Zen. Thank you. We try to be like, look, we're honest, but we try to be fair. I mean, we've got friends like all over the place. We're not.
Yeah, we have different ages, different types of people. We don't care. If you're cool, let's hang.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, I don't really. I mean, I'm just.
Thank you for thinking I sound normal. I still think I sound like a chipmunk, but okay. Thanks.
Apple
I
bans
also talk
DeviantArt.
very quickly. Sorry.
That's okay. Apple might be, DeviantArt. Yeah, DeviantArt. I mean, look, at least it does what it says on the tin, right? I mean, DeviantArt. There's some weird shit on DeviantArt. Christian and I have a theory about whether He-Man might end up on the new She-Ra. There's one blonde kid. Yeah, that's what I'm worried about.
What's his name again?
Kyle. And he's a schmuck, and he should not be He-Man. He better not be He-Man. Don't millennials know that WWF Attitude Era was way worse than that Monopoly game? Yeah, it was pretty bad. I remember that. Neon Geeky, what do you think? Tumblr will be shut down this weekend? Or
I don't.
Month? I think within the next couple of years it'll be shut down.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be anytime like super soon.
No, I think it'll die a slow death like GeoCities. Like GeoCities is still around, but Yahoo just like gave up on it. What are your thoughts on recent girl-centric cartoons like Starverses and My Little Pony? My Little Pony is okay.
Here's my thing. At least like okay. I don't think all girl-centric things are bad. I don't. And I thought it was actually pretty funny. I haven't seen that much of it. My kids watch it more than I do. I've seen it here and there, and it wasn't terrible. And My Little Pony Friendship of Magic, it was okay. I watched it here and there. Yeah. It was good. But I think that it got in its own way as far as, like, I guess the fandoms were fighting each other and all that. Like, same as everything else.
Yeah, they need to stop. These show creators need to stop listening to...
I'll appreciate anything that's original.
Yeah.
I mean, even if I don't like it, I'll give them credit for at least being original.
That's true. Only 40% of the millennial generation actually subscribe to and use the term to describe themselves. Yeah, I think that's true.
I think most everybody.
We have a lot of friends that are technically millennials. I mean, we have more millennial friends, I think, than we do Gen X friends.
Yeah, I think so too. We actually fit more there than I think we do the other way. Yeah. But yeah.
Scott Pickering currently studying anatomy difference between men and women. It's amazing the subtle details learned. Lessons learned from YouTube artists and comics like Todd McFarlane and EBS. Todd McFarlane had a really cool video out, and somebody posted on our Discord back in the 90s. I bought it at Walmart. It came with a copy of Spawn #1, and he sat down and actually explained how to like lay out comic pages and everything.
I'm sorry.
It was actually really cool.
Let Tumblr die. Kill it if you have to.
Kill it if you have to. Oh God, you named your kid Kyle in the 80s. What does Sparkle think of deviant art? Okay, what would modern version of She-Ra type fantasy show look like to you guys?
Well, like I think the style done in the 2002 He-Man, I think was good.
Yeah, or more anime style.
Yeah, I think like use that
realistic
as a base.
anime.
That is a base, and then like some in the middle between like the Voltron and the Dragon Prince art and the art from 2002.
Like Korra style, but like fantasy.
Yeah, but like and I think it would be a show that was similar in the original, where it was like she was older, she was badass, leading the horde, working in the horde, and then same kind of story. But you're gonna maybe cover some more hard topics other than, hey, it's a party. I've never been to a party. Oh
yeah, there will be no
God!
slumber parties. There will be no slumber parties in the Clownfish TV version.
It would be
of
actual issues, and I'm not against having a little bit of body type diversity. I mean, I do get they all look the same, but that was because it was a toy. It was a toy line.
Yeah.
Get some diversity. I don't have a problem with that, but it has to make sense. It doesn't make sense. It's just there to be there. Go ahead.
I hope Tumblr gets deleted without warning. I think they'll give some warning, but this is pretty close to it, right? Are you concerned about your channel in Europe because of Article 13? Not particularly. I don't think it. I mean, I'll have to look into it, but I don't think it really affects. I think it's more music. With all due respect, MLP is trash.
Uh-oh.
Modern day Wonder Woman is basically She-Ra. Yeah, pretty much. Actually, the new Wonder Woman, I think,
I agree.
Yeah. Koji then. Yeah, Koji looks awesome. Okay, I'm gonna say one more thing here, and then we're gonna go through some more of this here, and we'll tell you about how Tumblr got to this sad place that it's in. Apologize for saying something wrong. I will go before I do. Rubik's Cube or Simon says heavy metal or fact 2. Rubik's Cube and heavy metal 1. Also, I like rock and roll quite a bit. You've never seen rock and roll?
I did see parts of it before a long time ago, but I don't remember. I didn't pay
Lou
attention.
Reed. My name is Mock. That's my new name. I'm not gonna be Neon anymore. I'm gonna be Mock.
Okay,
My name
you
is
can call
Mock.
yourself
Thanks
that.
a lot.
You can call yourself.
I'm just gonna be Mock with put a C in there.
Okay.
I'm just gonna mock people all
now you're
day
just
long.
trying too hard.
Where there'll be colonialism. One more, guys, and I'm gonna go.
One more, and then one more.
Yeah, from what I gather, DreamWorks doesn't own the rights to He-Man.
I don't know. That's what I'm hearing too.
They own the rights. I think they want to keep them separate. I think She-Ra's like a separate bundle.
I need to get my little plug in here again. Hey, Mattel, if you are listening, which you probably aren't, but if you are, I need those dolls. Just letting you know.
Yeah, those
so
dolls with brushable hair.
Could you move that along, please? There's a lot of people waiting for those, and we have our money out. We don't pay with thumbs ups. We will actually pay you with money. So
it remains unclear for now if Tumblr is gradually cracking down not safe for work content as a whole, or simply trying to limit artwork that may depict characters under 18. I think a lot of things are going to get, especially with anime characters, because they look young to begin with.
Yeah, sometimes it's really hard to tell.
However, this is the first time Tumblr has restricted some of its adult content. The safe mode prevents non-registered users from accessing blogs tagged as not safe for work by default, forcing anonymous online browsers to create a Tumblr account to look like adult material.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, someone says I need to watch K-drama Mama Fairy and the Woodcutter. Okay, I'll have to try to remember that. Go ahead.
All right, so there are multiple articles now. Ever since Yahoo bought Tumblr, I think it was it 2013 or 2014? I don't remember. Yahoo has a tendency to kill everything it touches. Yahoo is not good at absorbing companies. We look at what they did with the GeoCities. They killed it. And now Yahoo's been absorbed into Verizon and AOL, or whatever the hell it is now, Oath, which is the dumbest freaking stupid name ever. Tumblr has been on the decline for years. I think David Karp is out, the founder. He's been out
left
since like the end of last year. So it's basically, I think, just running on autopilot. And I think the only reason any of this happened was the corporate overlords are like, oh, what kind of stuff do we have on Tumblr? Oh my God. We had no idea. We had no idea. So yeah, this is coming from The Ringer. Nearly 11 years after launching Tumblr in his mother's apartment, David Karp announced this week he's stepping down. And he's basically like, I look back with so much pride, a generation of artists, writers, creators, curators, and crusaders.
Crusaders, okay.
Yeah, they're still there, but they're a little warped from what they used to be. They have redefined our culture and who we have helped to empower. Karp's not wrong. Before Tumblr was sucked into the purple pain corporate labyrinth, there's Yahoo. It was a hotbed of excellent online content at the very beginning, and then it just sort of like it used to be a really
cool place to go.
So here's a positive note, and they just do a roundtable. That's boring.
It is boring.
Kotaku in 2018. This is just from a couple months ago. 2018. Tumblr is a joyless black hole. Yes.
Wait, it's Kotaku, so they might turn around and turn that on you.
Yeah.
They also think she was good, so
From the outside, Tumblr looks like a mess. It looks like a mess on the inside, and there's some really messy stuff going on. As a platform that has become the main hub for people who like fan art, fanfics, and talking about ships.
No, they don't ship it all over there.
No, Tumblr has gained a reputation for creators being driven away because of rampant harassment and abuse. Wait. Who's abusing who? Because
that's what's going on. That's what people are talking about. There's been lots of times where even in the same fandoms, they're like beating on each other. That's what I was talking about earlier.
Steven Universe, the one I think she was a storyboard artist. Basically, she drew some fan art and Tumblr didn't approve, so Tumblr drove her off. I've heard of people threatening to kill themselves over freaking Tumblr. Tumblr is a terrible place. From the inside, its users agree, but they don't know where else to go. Well, they're going to have to go someplace else if they shut the thing down, right? I got into Tumblr mostly out of necessity, Danielle, a Tumblr user, told Kotaku. Tumblr began in 2007 as a blogging service trying to fill the same quippy niches as Twitter. Prior to its advent, fans and fan art creators mostly congregated on LiveJournal. That's true. Tumblr is LiveJournal 2.0. A lot of these comics creators that you see now that are big in I guess the left-leaning circles like Gail Simone, et cetera, they got their start on LiveJournal.
Right.
So then they just kind of migrated to Tumblr. So you want to know where...
You want to blame.
You want to know where all this stuff started, where all the really far left politics started. It was LiveJournal. It all started on LiveJournal. So let me... Whoops.
What'd you do?
Okay.
Now they saw all your American Picker stuff.
I know, they saw my American Pickers porn. Oh my God. A long-form blogging platform. It's just all, I just have all thumbnails on here. A long-form blogging platform that also allowed users to make group blogs for their interests. In 2007, LiveJournal was sold to Russian media company Sup Media.
Sup, man.
In the lead up to the sale, LiveJournal banned many blogs featuring sexual content. Well, they didn't do enough. Although there were competing journaling services like Dead Journal and blah 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 blah.
This is blah blah blah.
This
you
is
lost
blah.
me like the first paragraph.
Fandoms flocked to Tumblr. This is where the problem started. It soon became a warm collection of LiveJournal refugees. Okay, this is what I wanted to get to. Okay, Tumblr is LiveJournal 2.0. All the LiveJournal shut down because it had a lot of the same problems that Tumblr has now. And they all came to Tumblr. Well, now they're burning Tumblr to the ground, and they're all going to go to Twitter. Twitter's already on
Twitter to the ground.
Twitter's already on death's door. They're going to wind up like, my desktop is a mess. I know.
I've been on him about this. If you don't
no,
understand.
it's because I'm doing
up here.
I'm doing so many things.
How do I go back up here? People were asking you questions, and you kept switching before. So go up. Okay, wait, go up. Someone asked you a question specifically. Go up. Keep going.
Did Jason?
That wasn't. But keep going. Oh wait. See, you.
I missed one. I'm sorry. That's why I wanted to get my window. Okay. Well, I'll get to DCV Titan. Sorry, off topic. Went to AMA New York, AMA NYC Artist Alley and asked questions. Neon, what are some books that helped you understand the muscular and skeletal system for drawing? Bern Hogarth's anatomy books. Mm-hmm. Dynamic Anatomy, especially, is really good. That's sort of a go-to. I think Andrew I think it did some books too. There are a lot of different. Definitely Bern Hogarth if you're looking for like dynamic superhero drawing. Now his stuff is very exaggerated, but it gives you a basic idea of how everything works. And he shows it in motion. He breaks down like parts that are really hard to draw, like hands and feet. He breaks them down into.
I'm sorry. All I keep thinking is, and the ankle bone's connected to the leg bone.
Actually, he doesn't do the bones. He actually builds everything out of cylinders. It's
I'm sorry, it just struck me.
DCV Titan, thank you. Didn't have to do that. Just got here. Hot take. If only this could have happened a few years ago, it could have possibly prevented things like Steven Universe and She-Ra.
Yeah.
Well,
probably.
they came from this. It started in LiveJournal. Like I said, Rebecca Sugar's dirty pics were on LiveJournal. And then, Tumblr sort of spawned Steven
their
Universe.
hot take is it's falling apart anyway because they're all the infighting and within the groups. And it's like cliquish within the groups. Yeah. There was people that were commenting below, too.
I'm sorry. I'm not trying to.
I
I don't want to show people my messy desktop again.
Go to the bottom.
Okay.
Just to go back where we were. Okay, there you go.
Twitter's going to die.
Now you're caught up. So go ahead back to what you're talking about now.
So, yeah, they just talked about how basically the quality of Tumblr has declined. This is Mashable, how Tumblr was derailed by Yahoo.
Yahoo derailed Tumblr.
Yeah, they did. Basically, Yahoo came in. They thought Yahoo, and I'll just summarize here, Yahoo thought Tumblr was going to save Yahoo because Yahoo is basically irrelevant at this point. They were Google, and now they're not. And they thought, well, we'll get something young and hip in here like Tumblr. And
that's what they all keep thinking.
Yeah, and
that's what they all keep thinking.
Yeah, and it burned. They burned Tumblr. So like,
but I guess
it's like Sears buying Kmart. You've got two companies that are failing. Just putting them together is not going to save.
Well, I think too that they're thinking we'll get something young and hip in here, but there's so much infighting on these platforms that it's ridiculous. I think that's the point they're trying to make on the other article was that even within the fandoms, they're like this hierarchy of bullshit, and it's like everybody's fighting each other there too, and it's just constant bickering over stupid things. Go ahead.
Okay. Hey, I love hearing your thoughts. Thank you. Didn't have to do that. None of your business. But I want to say two things. A, picture is batteries. B, have you ever heard of E621? Nope. Should I?
I don't know. I don't know what it is either.
I don't know. Okay. Makini90, $5. Thank you. Didn't have to do that. Sorry, it sounds like LiveJournal or refugees and Tumblr just accepted all of them without a visa or applying for asylum. Pretty much. LiveJournal, kind of ate itself too. And
well, LiveJournal did the same thing. They went and purged a bunch of accounts.
Yeah.
When they were getting ready to sell it. So I'm just saying. You have to clean up the company before you get rid of it.
Tumblr
Furry porn site. That's why we don't know what it is.
I have no idea.
So, because we don't go there.
Yeah, we are. We're normies. We're like completely like.
No, we don't. We don't go anywhere near that stuff.
No. Got permaban from E621. How do you get permaban from a furry?
I'm kind of intrigued yet terrified.
Yahoo's completely useless. Yeah, Yahoo is completely useless. So, Tumblr's been taking on water for years. Actually, their views have been dropping. They've been dropping. Well, purging, a third of your user base isn't going to help.
No, that's what I'm saying, though. But these companies do this a lot of times right before they sell it, too. So that's what I'm kind of like, I'm just saying.
Could they? That's a really good point, Geeky. So, this being a corporate owned entity of Verizon, could they be looking to divest themselves of Tumblr because it's a money-losing proposition? They've never really figured out how to market Tumblr. The ads just don't work. They tried selling advertising. It doesn't really seem to work. People just
you have to have money.
Yeah, you have to have money.
It worked. Tumblr works for them. They're taking these commissions on the side, and Tumblr gets nothing for it. Someone said about I heard about the ground beef and the romaine lettuce. Everybody be aware of that for your holiday.
Are we talking? What are we talking? We're not talking about Tumblr.
E. coli.
Okay, I thought that was code for something else.
No,
we're talking about E. coli.
And that's not E621 either. It's just a coli. So Anyway.
So Tumblr. So basically, what's going to happen? All these refugees from Tumblr are probably going to go to Twitter. Twitter's already a dumpster fire. Twitter's already hemorrhaging users. People are tired of it. And now it's going to become a... you could just be like, perusing your timeline and see some stuff you don't want to see, I guess. I don't know.
Oh my gosh. Should I tell them the story about looking up the Disney thing?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh my God.
Well, real quick here. Blue, $2. E621, a shame you too. Keep your minds pure.
I'm not going there, so don't worry.
We don't go there.
We thought Christian porn was bad. Anyway, that's how bad we are. You look up Christian porn. Anyway, so I was on Twitter a couple months ago, and I was looking up. I searched like Disney or something to see if there was any news to talk about, and I got this video pop up, and the video was some person, a guy with no clothes on, but he had a Mickey, like a park accurate, I think, Mickey Mouse head on. And there was some other girl with no clothes on, and they had roller skates on. And I'm not going to tell you what they were doing on those roller skates, but I was like, whoa, how did this get in my Twitter timeline?
That's a new,
oh my God.
That's a new upcharge. That's going to be a new upcharge. Special after hours event.
He knows what that is. I'm ashamed of him.
Who? Oh, Rammstein. No. You're not supposed to know where those places are. So there's sales turmoil. Again, I'm going to spare you guys that. But basically, long and short of it is...
Too late.
Tumblr is a dumpster fire. It's been a dumpster fire for years.
On roller skates.
And now this is... I personally think this is going to be the death blow. Because that's the only thing Tumblr really had going for it at this point was...
And even if it was,
community.
even if they were accidentally canceling people's accounts, people are going to run from it anyway because they're afraid they're going to lose all their work. So they're going to take off just from,
And we saw how that worked out with we saw how that worked out for Patreon when Patreon was like,
Sorry, I'm going back to this roller skating thing. I forgot to tell you the best part. It wasn't just them. While they were doing this, there was chairs full of people surrounding them watching, and several of them looked like they were grandmas and grandpas. And I was like...
Oh my God.
I forgot to mention that part. Just someone said about a fetish, and I'm like, people were in chairs watching. I was like, oh my God, I can't... What has been seen cannot be unseen. Anyway, go ahead.
Mellow E, $2. Thank you. Didn't have to do that. Need to know hamburgers or hot dogs. Is this a euphemism? Are we being tricked?
I'm going to say hamburgers. So if we are, then we are.
She's got a bun and I've got a wiener. Does that?
I like hamburgers.
I do. I like hamburgers too. I like hot dogs. I
don't like hot dogs.
I like a good I like Nathan's hot dogs. No, not Nathan. Not a guy named Nathan.
We know.
I like Nathan's because they're really big and they're like the ballpark.
What kind of animated show would you like to see? Do you feel there's a lack of a specific genre? I don't know. I'd like to see ours as an animated show. We're working on that. We're
working on it. We're not after this channel. We will never be on. No, actually,
unless we make it ourselves. I don't know. What can you think of something that needs more genre that needs more animated show?
I would like some just straight up adventure stories, like some straight up, I mean, it's my favorite.
Everything's been covered though. Go ahead.
Yeah, but you can always do things. I mean, I've always been more drawn to and this is why I like anime so much. I've always been more drawn to the ongoing storylines, adventure, with some humor, and not just kind of the slapsticky 10-minute, cartoons.
It's a party! Oh my God!
Yeah.
Makeover. Sorry, had to happen.
She got buns, I got a wiener. That's gonna be a new song.
We have like a T-shirt list.
She got buns and I got a wiener. That's like a country song.
Oh my God. This country album drops next week.
Don't you know it's beef for dinner?
Oh gosh.
It's all beef. It's all beef.
Okay.
It's kosher.
Oh my God, shut up.
You know it's kosher.
I want to talk about kosher wieners right now.
Anyway, Ralph broke Tumblr. Oh my God, I don't even want to see Wreck-It Ralph 2. I don't even know.
I don't. Oh, well,
Pirates of Yes.
There was a thing coming up that they said Ralph broke Facebook. Ralph broke Instagram today. Disney was posting this.
It probably was the Ralph and Vanellope slash that broke Tumblr finally. I wish they'd finish Pirates of Dark War. Yeah, but I don't think they can at this point because that team has definitely moved on to other things, and it was Hanna-Barbera, and Hanna-Barbera basically doesn't exist anymore. It's just kind of a brand. You're not saving yourself. You like Nathan's hot dogs because it's big and footlong. I do. Like Nathan's big footlong hot dog.
He's probably got pictures of it next to his American Pickers. I'm sorry.
Right.
Oh, that's good. I'm gonna pick on you for that for a while.
Tumblr's nothing more than history's longest suicide note. Oh my God.
I was thinking that too about how they don't have much for space. I was actually thinking that they have Voltron now, but they don't really have, they don't really do a lot.
Greatest space.
Oh, that's a loud one.
That's a loud one.
You must have heard about your hot dogs.
That's my trucker friend. No. His name's Nathan. Neon, do you like 80s anime? Yes, I love 80s anime. I do. It's because I grew up in the 80s and 90s, and back in the day, if you wanted anime, you had to either go to Blockbuster Video, remember those? Or you had to go to Suncoast Video and pay I paid $45 for Appleseed on VHS. That was one of the first anime. And then I remember buying I bought like Robotech, and I paid like through the nose. Like you get like one episode on tape for like $15 or $20. It was ridiculous.
Someone said about Mickey's birthday. No,
sure,
actually,
can I share
Mickey's...
something with you? I hope it's not Nathan's.
Someone
hot
here
dog.
said
Yeah, sure.
about perhaps he got that Mickey Mouse vid because today's his birthday. Actually, his birthday was on the 18th.
18th.
And I saw this like 2 months ago, but I didn't want to see that. I was just like, how the heck did that even happen? Anyway, I was like, I didn't know they let this stuff on Twitter. I was like, whoa, I'm not on Tumblr. What the hell?
Yeah, I don't really do like we had a Clownfish TV Tumblr set, but basically it just would repeat articles we posted on our blog. I never got in. I couldn't get into Tumblr. I mean, even when during its heyday before it got
wasn't my thing
really
either.
really weird, I'm just like there's some
Bubblegum crazy.
There's some strange cats on here. Would you enjoy High Guardian Spice or Thundercats Roar more? Probably, honestly, High Guardian Spice because Thundercats Roar looks like an abomination.
I think Thundercats Roar looks worse than anything I've seen.
Yeah, it's one of the worst looking things, and I hope they cancel it. I mean, I wouldn't be like, I want these people to get fired, but
there's not anything redeeming about this.
It's brand damaging. I think they need to just pull the plug now. I remember the horrible days of anime and Blockbuster. Dragon Ball movies would be like, 50 18 plus stickers on the cover. My mom thought was porn. Yeah, there was some weird like. Why I made Squid King sit through Robot Carnival, and that was like a staple. Like every Blockbuster had Robot Carnival. They had.
Yeah, you made him. You forced it.
I did, but actually they cleaned it up.
He didn't want to.
It's on. No, it's cool. It was on Amazon Prime. They had it on Amazon Prime.
You
It's the
didn't
first
think
time
it
I'd
was
seen
cool.
it in like 25 years. But that's where Battle Angel or Battle Angel Alita. That's where I first saw that was a Blockbuster, and so I'm kind of sort of interested in the live action movie. Not completely sold on it yet though.
All right.
First anime I saw I knew was Guyver. Yeah, Guyver used to be a Blockbuster.
Oh, yeah, I remember that one.
You guys need to talk more anime, old cartoons, and heck.
We're going to. We're going to do more
creation
creation
so.
too.
We're going to.
Creation stuff too.
This
is Camp Day. We're like, you know what? And I also wanted to complain about all the stuff I'm seeing with the Catcher and Adora stuff after they had such a shit fit about those perverted men just wanting to see pictures of She-Ra and get off on it, and then I'm seeing this artwork and I'm like, excuse me, at least the old She-Ra stuff, she was an adult. This is just wrong on more levels. I can't even speak. Blah, 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 blah. Anyway.
Somebody said, yeah, don't forget to mention the old school VHS. Yeah, if there were around 3 episodes, you only got dubbed or sub. Yeah, you'd have to buy.
Yeah.
Then I remember laser discs were a thing. That's where Tenchi came from. Tenchi got really big on laser disc.
I like Tenchi.
Pioneer anime.
Watch Tenchi again.
We're gonna have to watch Tenchi. I like Tenchi Universe the best actually. Because I know Tenchi Moyo is the original, but like I didn't like that.
I like the
Aika
Universe
was
better.
his cousin, and it
I
got
liked Universe better
kind of
too.
creepy. I'm like.
All right, are we gonna wrap this up soon?
Yeah.
It's like
I was gonna
11.
talk about that. Okay,
What were
Super
you gonna
Drags.
talk
Yeah,
about?
we'll have to watch Super Drags.
We gotta see this.
Do you
Yes.
have Funimation? No, they're gonna do finish the story. 13 Ghosts of Scooby Doo. I saw the trailer the other day. They are.
Oh.
They're actually gonna do. They're gonna finish it. Now they have a Vincent Price sound
You
alike.
know who's gonna like that?
Boo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think so.
Pinky Boo, love it.
She would. I'm dying for Vampire Hunter D series finally launched. Yeah, I'd like to see more. Good reboots or reimaginings of some of these 80s anime on Netflix.
Done well.
Like
Or just-
Castlevania feels like almost like an 80s. Like this is the kind of thing that you would have seen in the 80s. Aika was his aunt. Yeah, Aika was his aunt. It's been a long time since I've seen. That's right. Aika was his
Cowboy
aunt.
Bebop, yeah, that
It's
was
been a long
good.
time since I've seen Moyo. I haven't watched it in like, God, I think
It's been a while.
it's been a long time. At least 10 years.
Yeah,
at least 10
I was
years.
thinking about 10 years.
Yeah.
So it's just, I think if they would, handle things in a way that was, very fair to the original, but updated it on a lot of these shows, and they did it in a style and characterization that fit, I think people would like it. I think when you stray too far and you start making changes just to make changes, just because you want to prove whatever point you have, I think that's when you're just counting on it to go down the shithole.
Yeah.
But that's just
Yeah.
Or make original things. That's even better.
Yeah, that's we're gonna focus more on that, especially going into 2019. We got some things planned. We got some things definitely planned for the channel. But yeah, again, if you're on Tumblr, you're probably gonna want to save your art because it's burning down.
Yeah, back it up.
Mellow E, thank you. Didn't have to do that. Love to see you two watch and react to Konosuba. Okay, can we watch and react to it on YouTube? Or would we get in trouble?
Probably get in trouble.
Yeah, I think because we got dinged for the stupid Detective Pikachu trailer.
Oh,
They took our money away.
I know for a fact germs cannot travel through the computer. So I hope you feel better, but I don't think I gave you the flu. I don't know what I had either. It lasted a day, and then I was like, it was so bad for a day, and then I felt a little better the next day, but I'm okay now. It was like 2 days, and I was okay. So anyway, we're going to have to probably wrap this up, as I said before.
All right, yeah, we're going to wrap this one up,
late.
guys. Yeah, it is getting late, but yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens to Tumblr after this. I don't know if they can make a comeback. I think it's...
I do think if you're on there, you might, like you said, you might want to back up what you got, because it seems like people who didn't do anything are getting caught up in this as well. So back it up. Make sure you're not violating terms of service for anything.
Yeah, well, it's the same with any platform. I mean, I know some platforms have really nebulous terms of service, but a lot of people don't even read the terms of service.
No, they don't.
Then they're caught off guard. Like, but Tumblr's like smarmy letter, like when you agree to these terms of service when you signed up, you weren't going to post this kind of work on your site. And most people just, they've been on there for years. They didn't think they're violating any terms of service. So, who knows?
Yeah, well, it changes while you're on it. Terms of service change all the time. You usually get little notices, just saying.
Yeah.
So, all right, we good? We good?
Yeah, I think we're good. Thanks, everybody. We had we had 600 and some people on tonight for Tumblr. God, for Tumblr. Now we're going to go with Tumblr artists,
now they're going to come harass us. So, yeah, whatever.
So, yeah, thank you very much for watching and participation, the comments, and, the super chats. Didn't have to do that. And we'll be coming at you with more Clownfish TV, especially now that Geeky's feeling a little bit better.
I'm okay now.
A little bit better. So, please subscribe if you haven't already. Make sure you're still subscribed, because apparently people are getting unsubscribed. And hit the bell for notifications so you know when we go live.
If they tell you.
Apparently people don't know if we're going live. So that's why we go to the Discord. If you haven't joined the Discord yet, hey, Raging Ray, how you doing? If you haven't heard, or if you haven't joined the Discord yet, do that, because I do usually send a notification out when we upload new videos. I send it to everyone so they know, or if we're going to go live, I'll say, hey, we're going to go live in like an hour or something like that. So join the Discord. The link is in the description, the video description. It's free to join. Doesn't cost anything. Please join. Talk cartoons and stuff, and we'll see you later.
All right. Bye.